name is James Warrick, and I'm a model and content creator in the fashion sphere. As a serious, like a professional career, I don't know when it switched from something that I almost like revered, and I was more of a fan of like the modeling industry and kind of just loved, obviously, the glitz and the glamour of it from the consumer aspect of the industry. But once I guess I realized that it was something that was like possible for me or attainable when people, because it was something that was such a big interest of mine in the fashion industry in general. I've always loved fashion, which I get that love from like my mother and my grandmother. But I think because of that, it's when I got to see fashion and clothes on people, I was like, oh, well, who's wearing these, beautiful clothes? And it was like models. So then I became obsessed with like models and the idea of modeling, but like I said, more from that like fan kind of perspective. And then people thought, because I knew so much about modeling in the industry and other models, that I was a model in the industry. And honestly, I feel like that was a level of delusion that maybe turned into fruition for me. Well, not maybe, I guess it did, because I am a signed model now. That was the beginning of the idea of, oh, like, can I do this? Because it was something that I was so infatuated with, and I had the opportunity. That's kind of how I got into modeling, and why I wanted to get into modeling is because I love fashion and clothes, and I wanted to be one of those people that got to wear it in front of everyone else. I would say the most challenging thing about modeling in regards to skin color would be it's challenging to find representation in a lot of markets, because as much as the industry maybe wants to claim it's diversifying and, ethnicity, sizes, and so forth, there is still a lot of room for growth. And I think I see that more in not the sense of, oh, mixed models or black models or models of color can't get signed or booked, but it becomes the conversation of like tokenism almost, and the fact of like, it's hard for me to get representation at agencies because there's already a guy that looks like me. They will represent models and black models and people of color, but how many? What needs to change in the fashion sphere? As a black creative, obviously just representation. I think size over color, but color is always going to be in the conversation. There needs to be more space for more models of color, instead of just having like the select few kind of be the faces of black models. The respect and safety of models in the industry, I think, is always something that needs to be talked about and protected, because it is a career, but I feel like it doesn't always have the same protections. It's not viewed in the same way as a lot of other 9-to-5 careers. Everyone, especially the models and talent, should be felt safe in that environment. And honestly treated really well, because the models carry so much of the energy of shows, of set, of a lot of spaces. It shows when they aren't treated well and their energy's down, or they don't feel respected in a space like that. Energetically shows. So yeah.